Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul. Oh, oh. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong, nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my album. My album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says, standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is tucking their toe between their legs. What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit, cause they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can't do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in. They get it. Going Pain's a necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of day, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of pain, 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never evolve, I know I can change. We are not enough, we are not the same. You don't have the heart, you don't have the strength, you don't have the will, you don't have the faith. You'll never be loved, you'll never be safe. Might as well give up, not running away. You don't have the guts, you're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge, I'm taking the reins.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Martin, ultrarunner and coach, and this is the second episode of the new marathon series I'm shooting. I will run first marathon in September in Lithuania, where I want to try to run 2:54 and qualify to Boston 25, and then a month later I will fly to Chicago to run my second world major marathon. And there I would love to run sub 250 or at least better than month before. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I need to push the threshold pace down. At the moment, it's not that far from the marathon pace or the goal marathon pace, and that's the problem. So I need to push it down. I need to do more threshold workouts. You saw me Monday, I did an easy run after the last week. I wanted to start easy to see if body is responding well, if that ankle is in a good shape, and I did just the easy run slash hike on the local peak, and then later in the day I did a strength training with some plyometrics, which is also a new thing I'm adding to my training regime, the plyometrics. We know from the research that plyometrics can help with the running economy, so meaning more efficient movement. Can help with the stiffness of the tendons, and overall you will be able to run faster and you will be stronger, so that's what you want. And with plyometrics I want to also do some isometrics and some overcoming isometrics, which is also very helpful for running. Tuesday I did threshold. I did 4 reps going uphill, pretty significant incline out there in Dono Valley. You will not really find any flat section there, and that was hard. I was able to push the heart rate even over the threshold. I did only 4 reps because I knew that I want to do more work as I will go back home, so didn't push it too much, and that was good. That was really solid work. So let's continue with the training, shall we?
La semana pasada fui al pueblo en las montañas. Yo voluntario en una carrera de correr y yo fui in the finish.
And Formula One is underway for the Belgian Grand Prix. Great start for Lewis Hamilton. He's up to second place. He's immediately past Sergio Perez. Charles Leclerc holds the lead. The two McLarens are side by side. And he's onto the gravel in the background for Lando Norris. Gives an opportunity to George Russell. So here we go with Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez into Eau Rouge. No, Hamilton's ahead. He gets the move completed. Leclerc, then Hamilton, then Perez.
So another week done and dusted. I actually did lower volume than last week, but with a more intention. And I think intention is something what many people are not thinking about in their workouts. And you need to realize that you need to understand yourself. You need to understand your strengths and weaknesses. And then you need to understand the specific demands of the race you're training for. And only then you can understand where you are and where you need to be and create a gap analysis and then reverse engineer the process and create a training plan. And then just execute day by day, workout by workout. And when you have the intention behind every single workout, you understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I will get closer to my goal, to my race, to my event. And many people, I think, are just mindlessly running and they don't understand what's the point. And I used to do the same thing, that I was chasing the highest volume, and at the beginning of the year for many weeks I was training for 25, 27 hours every week. And yeah, I was better and I made a progress, but I think if I would do maybe 20-30% less, but with more intention and focusing more on the real quality behind the workouts, then I would make even more progress, and even more importantly, I would feel more fresh and ready, not just physically but also mentally, for the races I did. So that's what I changed a bit for this preparation. Finally, I'm running with almost no pain. The laser, I went Thursday and then also Friday. That helped, and seems like I'm almost 100% healed, which makes me very happy, obviously. And yeah, I did several threshold workouts this week. So Tuesday was that uphill in Dono Valley. Then Wednesday I did over under on the treadmill, over under around the first threshold, so the 5 minutes on the incline, which was over the first threshold, and then 10 minutes slightly under. And then Thursday only the easy run, and then Friday did a faster, only 56-minute session, but 6 times 4 minutes at 3:52 minutes per kilometer. So finally something faster, and it felt good. And I can definitely do more, either more reps or longer reps. And then Saturday I decided to not run, but instead I did some VO2 max reps on the air bike, which was absolutely disgusting. I hate that machine. And then right after I went on the elliptical machine and did 2 times 20 minutes around the second threshold, which was also quite hard. And then Sunday did 6 times 10 minutes at the marathon pace with 2 minutes walk rest between. And the goal was to be smooth, to have things under control, to breathe normally, and it was good. It was definitely good. I would not be able to run the whole marathon at that pace at the moment, but we still have 6 more weeks or 42 days till the marathon in Lithuania. So what I will do in the upcoming weeks, I will extend these marathon pace reps. So eventually, hopefully, I will be able to run like 4 times 20 minutes or 3-4 times 30 minutes, 2 times 45 minutes, something like that. So that's the goal. You need to run at the marathon pace in your training in order to be able to run it in the race, like, obviously. And yeah, feeling really good, feeling really fresh, and we'll continue with the good work. So if you're interested in the marathon training, in ultra running, in nutrition, in recovery, all these things, consider subscribing to this channel, and see you in the next one.